Hey, this is Coach Louka. We're here at the Kettlebell Club and I'm here to make you move better and make you stronger. I'm gonna show you a non-utilized kettlebell exercise. Of course, you could use it with another tool, but it's one of the best exercises to stabilize your hip, your knees, and your ankles. It's a single leg deadlift. I'm gonna show you how to progress from bodyweight to kettlebell to two kettlebells. Now, people are always doing two-legged deadlifts, either barbell, kettlebell, and we very seldom utilize the unilateral pattern. The single leg deadlift, it's really gonna make your feet work twice as hard, and it's gonna stabilize your ankle all the way up to your upper body. So it's gonna work the chain from the bottom up. It's a really great exercise and I recommend it you start practicing it. Include it in your training, either in the warm-up or utilize it as an assistance exercise for your main deadlift or kettlebell swings. So we're gonna begin the progression with just body weight. Now, a lot of people, they have instability just holding themselves on one leg, and I'm gonna help you to progress. Then we're gonna move to one kettlebell, and then I'll show you how to lift two at the same time. First thing we're gonna use is the wall as support. So you're gonna be really close to the wall. Put your hands, in case you lose your balance, you're gonna be putting them against the wall. So if you look at my feet, my legs, they're gonna be close together, okay? I'm gonna be in this position. I'm gonna perform a hip hinge with my hips first, with my feet are close. Hands are in front of the wall. Watch one of my legs is gonna slide back. So I have to shift my weight to one leg, and I'm gonna slide one leg back out, hold, and then lift my leg off the floor, maintain my balance, and then stand back up. I'm driving my hips through, making sure I engage my glutes at the top and I fully lock out my hips. So one more time, hinging from the hips, finding balance on my feet, shifting my weight to one leg, and driving my leg back all the way straight, and then lifting it off, holding the balance, and then driving through my hips. Right, that's the first step. Second step is you're gonna begin on one leg from the top position. So I'm gonna kick my leg back and go into my hinge. Keep driving my leg behind me like a kickstand as deeply as possible, and then I come all the way up. So that's the body weight progression. Once you master this and you could do 5 to 10 repetitions per side, then you can start hitting the kettlebells. So just a few pointers for this exercise. You wanna go really slowly. It's like a Turkish get-up. You wanna go uncomfortably slow, as Pavel would say. So the slower you go, that's where you're gonna hit all the benefits of the movement. That's where your smaller little muscle is gonna kick in and stabilize. The other point I wanna make is don't make it into a straight-legged deadlift. It's not straight-legged. You do wanna bend your knee as you're hinging your hips. The other thing is you don't wanna be rotating at the hips. You wanna stabilize, stay in the same position, and you're gonna know if your back leg, if the toes are pointed down. Ideally, they should be pointed straight down and not open this way when you're performing the exercise. So you can look at the feet as well as the hips if you're coaching it. I do recommend you film yourself if you're training on your own. So we're gonna go to the kettlebell. I'm gonna use a 24, and I'm gonna lift on the opposite arm where I'm gonna be balancing on my leg. So if I hold myself on my right leg, I'll be lifting with my left. So it's contralateral. A little more challenging for balance, right? So the way you're gonna position yourself is exactly like a regular deadlift. The kettlebell is gonna be directly underneath you, except this time the handle is gonna be in a pistol grip, in a straight line. So kettlebell is gonna be aligned with my foot, with my ankle, and my shin. I'm gonna hinge back. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna reach down with long arms. Long arms, long arms, long arms, long arms. I reach for the handle and I tense up before I lift. And I go to full extension with my hips and my glutes. Reverse really slowly. Balance first, hinge, push the bell back, push it back, push it back, push it back, and try to set it down very gently on the ground. You don't have to start with a heavy kettlebell. Mine is 24, maybe too heavy for you. So what you can do instead is go a little lighter, but start from the top. So have the kettlebell at the top, and you don't have to touch the ground necessarily. It's not a standard, but it is eventually you do want to be hitting the floor, or gently kissing the floor, the kettlebell to the ground. So you could go a little lighter and start from the top. Either way works. Couple more things on tension. So you do want to use your whole body. You want to create full body irradiation, tension throughout your body, right? So you want to be gripping the kettlebell hard and making a fist with the opposite arm. You want to be pulling your arms down as hard as possible to engage your lats. That's going to help you a lot to stabilize even your lower body. So the more your upper body is engaged, the more you're going to stabilize on your lower body. So grip, lats, and also abs. You do want to power breathe while you're lifting. So I do recommend to use the hiss, as we usually do in hardstyle. Now if you have some level of strength, you can lift 2 kettlebells as well. I'd say 1 kettlebell is still going to be challenging, but 2 is going to add that extra load if you'd like. So let's try it. So my foot's going to be between both bells in this position. I'm going to balance first, I'm going to root into the ground with my feet, with my foot, and then hinge my hips, and then reach back with my back leg. I'm going to kick my heel. Then I'm going to grip really hard. Challenging. Just 1 rep is quite difficult. So another little tip is knee-foot alignment. You want to make sure that your knee is tracking your toes, and you want to imagine that your knee is going between your big toe and your 2 following small toes. So it's kind of aligning in that direction. At the same time, you really want to balance on your foot, make sure that the pressure is even throughout your foot. 50% at the back and 50% at the front. You also want to be creating a very strong arch. So I'm going to show you what I mean. If you could look at my foot. What I'm going to do with my foot is I'm going to grip really hard, and I'm going to make this arch by gripping my toes really hard and flexing. One more time. Relaxed, tense. And that's going to make your squats, deadlifts, swings very strong.